camping out.
Waffenschmiede kaufen. Ich kann mir... Achso. Ich glaube aber nicht, dass es hier neue Rüstungen geben wird. Nö, schaut auch nicht so aus. Waffenschmieden kann ich mir auch nicht vorstellen, dass es was Neues gibt. Nö. Hat eigentlich jeder schon die beste Ausrüstung? Ich glaube ja. Passt. Gut, campen könnte man aber.
I guess even someone as fashionable as you wouldn't know a whole lot about Danon armor, right?
Not really, no. Like, what's with that scarf? I don't remember that being with any of the armor we found back there.
Oh, well, remember how you told me you thought I'd look good wearing some blue? I took your advice to heart and decided to give it a go.
Oh, I see. Well, it suits you.
Would you say I've learned to spruce things up like you suggested?
I wouldn't go that far.
Ich finde es halt interessant, wie das Lip-Syncing und das, was die sagen, einfach gar nicht zusammenpasst. Vor dem Ausruhen kochen? Nö. Kommt mit jemandem sprechen? Ah, ich nehme mal Law.
Hey, Alphen. When do you find the time to train?
What's brought this on all of a sudden?
It's just, even without the blazing sword, you'd still be able to hold your own, right? But I never see you training.
I'd hardly call it a regimen. Unless exchanging blows with Zeugles counts.
I mean, sure, I get that real-life practice beats training any day. But you must have the odd trick or two up your sleeve.
I just told you. I really don't.
Wait, I've got it. It's your armor, right? You channel the extra weight into your strikes and...
It's actually not as heavy as it looks.
So not the armor, huh? In that case...
Just calm down a little, would you? Why are you so fixated on this anyway?
Well, because I want to make myself stronger.
You're strong enough as it is. I almost feel sorry for those Renan soldiers.
It's not enough. I need to keep working to get stronger. I won't allow myself to fail anyone again.
Law?
I'm useless the way I am now. If someone else dies because of me...
Law!
Sorry. Spiraling into self-doubt won't do me any favors. I know that.
None of us are invincible, Law. We're all just getting by, doing the best we can.
That's all we can ask of each other, right? It's as good a place as any to start, I guess.
To start what?
My new training regimen, of course. And what better way to kick it off than push-ups? 1, 2, 3, 4...
I admire your enthusiasm. Just don't overdo it, okay?
Just wait. You'll see how strong I can get. I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
Kann ich eigentlich die anderen Gespräche jetzt auch machen? Oder ist es so, dass ich mich für eine Person entscheiden muss?
It's hard to even walk with all this snow and ice around here. I guess it's also pretty cold, too.
I lost track of how many times Xian fell over earlier.
I didn't fall. I came close, but I never actually fell.
Okay. Nein. Oh, also kann ich mich wirklich immer nur für eine Person entscheiden, mit der ich reden kann.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
So, okay. Also, dann endet es einfach nur so.
Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another gold.
Okay. Gut. Muss ich echt immer schauen, mit wem ich rede. Oh, naja. cool, wenn ich halt jetzt noch wüsste, wo ich hingehen. Scheint richtig zu sein.
Law?
Yeah, sorry. Just a little travel weary is all. Looking forward to finally getting out of here, you know?
Still beating yourself up about your dad, aren't you?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But that's not what I was just thinking about.
Oh?
I never did tell you how I ended up hanging around with the Snake Eyes, did I?
Not properly. All I know is you had a falling out with your dad and ran away from home.
Getting to Cislodia almost killed me. Once there, though, I actually ended up joining a resistance organization, believe it or not. Of course, before long, someone ratted us out. And we were ambushed by the Snake Eyes. I'd never seen such brutality. If I hadn't surrendered...
Law?
I don't know why. They let me live. They made me watch as they butchered my friends right in front of my eyes. I still have nightmares. I hear roars of Zeugles as my friends scream. The snow stained red with blood. And all the while, those bastards laughing. I thought that with Ganabelt defeated, I'd be able to put it all behind me. Turns out that was a little optimistic. I was terrified they would kill me too. So I wound up betraying the memory of my friends and getting my old man killed in the process. I wonder if I'm any braver now. What if one day I panic again and end up running away like always?
And leave us behind? You really think you'd do that?
I hope not. But who's to say what I'm really capable of?
Ah! I found you.
Something wrong, Rinwell?
How very perceptive of you. When I turned around, you were gone, so we came back to look for you.
Maybe tell us next time you decide to stop? We need all our manpower to face these Zeugles.
Jeez, okay. I can't help it when nature calls, can I?
Nature? Ew, gross! Here?
Let's make tracks, shall we?
I hope he makes it through this.
You invited him along. He's your liability.
He's Zephyr's son, Shion. What was I supposed to do? Just leave him?
Fine. Just don't come crying to me about it, all right? I've got enough deadbeats slowing me down as it is.
Why did people dig this path so far underground?
Maybe it was too dangerous on the mountains for them to traverse over them.
So you're saying that before Dahna was conquered, Dahnans made this so that they'd have a way to get through the mountains?
If I had to guess, they might have even lived inside of these once upon a time.
Not like there's any way of knowing now. Not after all our history was lost.
No, it wasn't lost. It was stolen from us by the Renans, because they thought slaves didn't need it. And because keeping it around would have made it harder to control us.
It's not all gone. Look at that over there.
What is it? It looks like a broken piece from a dish or something.
Probably. It's true the Renans erased a lot of our history. But if we look hard enough, I think we'll find there's still plenty of it left. But first, we have to win the freedom to even look for it.
We'll win it all right. Then we'll reclaim our history.
Kann ich einfach runterspringen? Komisch. So, was sind denn das für Dinge? Stufe 19.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off!
Okay, das ging ja.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Okay, gibt's eine Leiter. Ist vielleicht angenehmer, als runter zu springen.
We're so high up.
Okay. Nimm die Leiter. Nimm die Leiter hin.
I guess Messia is the first place we met. Hala.
Yeah, I was a Snake Eye and you were a Silver Sword. Who would have thought we'd end up on the same team?
You make an odd pair, it's true.
You guys are the odd ones, running with a Renin.
Oh. Okay, wo kann ich denn hin? Da ist eine Truhe. Ah, dafür müsste ich da runterspringen. Okay, warte mal. Wobei ich nicht weiß. Wobei doch. Ich glaube, ich sollte da normal rüberkommen.
There.
Ja, easy. Dank des Lebens. Oh, schön. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich gegen die kämpfen will. Küsst euch. X war's. Die schon wieder.
Right, here goes. Here I come.
Gut.
I'm like bait to them.
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Shia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. We're thinning them out.
More like me.
I'll admit I'm impressed. Very clever. Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
They still isn't. This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
Oh, ich bin so nicht hochgekommen. Naja.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Aber noch, hier sollte es nicht mehr geben. Geht's jetzt hier weiter? Gott, ey. Es sind echt viele Gegner. Okay, die schauen gecharged aus. Warum auch immer. Ich will die mal probieren. Oh. Ich glaube, die sind stärker. Come on, do it. Ja, die Dinger sind ein bisschen hartnäckiger.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Nein, Shion.
We managed to
Sind
pull through.
nicht ohne. Warte mal, hier ist was. Hm.
I found some equipment.
Let me...
Mm. Kann ich hier mal tatsächlich... Okay, ich glaube... Ja, ich mach mal Feuer und Wasser schon.
Let me take a look at it.
So, dann gehen wir mal weiter und schauen, ob wir hier rauskommen. So. Okay, ich kann hier an 2 Stellen runter. Kaum. Springe ich halt runter.
All this walking up and down is a pain.
Yeah, I wish we could just go straight through without all this hassle.
On the other hand, the collapsed parts let you reach some places you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
Now that you mention it, the ceiling's not gonna come down on us, is it?
Ja, aber wo hat die Leiter runtergeführt? Da anscheinend. Oh Gott, warum schaut das hier wie ein Bossfight aus? Obwohl, geht's raus. Aber das hier ist so groß.
What's this thing?
Gibt's hier sonst nichts mehr? Da muss ich eigentlich irgendwie noch hochkommen. Warte mal, wenn ich die Leiter mal schnell noch hochgehe. Da müsste es ja theoretisch eigentlich auch irgendwie hingehen. Das wäre hier.
Phew, what a rush.
Oh. Ich hab's geahnt. Das könnte jetzt ein bisschen heftig werden.
I don't feel so well. Really? You still have plenty Renin.
Thank you. I can still put up a fight. This one's mine.
Kann ich eigentlich mehr damit treffen? Ah.
Damn, you beat me to it. Gotta be quick, or I'll take them all myself.
Oh, like hell? It's over!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Okay. Ging doch
I can
relativ
feel my
einfach.
precision improving.
Ah. Komm, öffne es.
Oh, this looks nice and tough.
Oh ja. So darf ich nicht abbauen. Was ich tatsächlich. Jetzt darf ich es abbauen.
We won that by a mile.
Okay, ich glaube die. Ah, aber der wird mich angreifen, der auch. Der glaube ich nicht, weil der ist umgefallen. Und gebrochen. Gut, dann glaube ich, habe ich alles hier herin. Dann gehe ich nach draußen.
Hey, Law. Back when we left Cisleden, you remember how you said so long as you don't give up, there's nothing to stop someone starting over?
Yeah?
Well, I think you did just that. You've set out on a new path despite what happened in your past. Besides, you're not the only one fumbling your way through things.
You too?
It was your dad who taught me to fight. Back at the start of all this, I knew that so long as I followed him, I wouldn't end up straying. But it was also your dad who told me the importance of becoming my own master. Of searching out the answers within me. I always figured I would one day. But at the same time, I had so much more to learn. When he died, I suddenly found myself rudderless. Sure, our immediate goal is to defeat all the lords. But then what comes after that? There's no one left to point me in the right direction. It was then that I realized, no matter how much I fret about it, the only thing I can do is fight. Renin brutality isn't going to right itself. So that's what I'm doing. Fighting. And in the meantime, I'll try to figure out my next move. Right now, that's about all I can do.
And you really believe you got what it takes to win this? Against all the odds?
Yes, I do. Or at least I want to. If I'm being completely honest, sometimes I'm not really sure whether I can or not. So what if we're still figuring stuff out? If we do it together, then we can support one another along the way. Is there anything so wrong with that?
No, I don't think there is. I think I get it now. We may not know what we're capable of, but we have to try all the same.
Having another one of your secret meetings? Don't tell me you were taking yet another bathroom break?
Oh, we were just engaging in a bit of brotherly bonding. Isn't that right, Alphen?
Yeah, that's right.
Fine then. Suit yourselves. Hey! I think I can feel a breeze up ahead. I bet the exit is real close.
Finally! Man, it's been too long since I felt the sun on my face. When I get in a tussle, I go full force right at him. Whoever makes the first move wins.
I do have to admit, it's quite the spectacle to watch you charge in and go to town on someone during a battle.
Yeah, it was actually my old man who taught me to fight that way. The more I lay the beat down on some baddies, the more fired up my fists of fury get.
Zephyr taught you? Wow. I guess you really are following in his footsteps.
There's nothing wrong with being so focused on offense, but the enemy always fights back at some point.
As long as I don't get hit, it's not a problem, right?
So what you're saying is you're too weak to take a hit.
You're not exactly one to talk.
Nochmal. Cool.
What were you two talking about earlier?
Earlier? Oh, it was just serious guy talk. You know, the kind that girls don't get to hear.
Really?
Don't mind him, Rinwell. It's just... well, maybe it is a little difficult to talk about in front of women.
Difficult to talk about? Okay, now I really want to hear it. Unless... it's not the creepy sort of guy talk, right?
No, okay? It's not creepy.
Okay, okay. As long as you're fighting fit, you can talk about whatever you like.
So, haben wir's. Dann gehen wir raus. Ins nächste Gebiet, schätze ich mal.
I think Hootle senses something.
Oh no. Das sieht sehr ähnlich aus. Okay.
We're finally here. Elda Menancia, the land of green. The place certainly lives up to its name, doesn't it?
Yeah, just feel that breeze. It's like night and day compared to Calaglia and Cyslodia.
Unsullied, fertile land, as far as the eye can see. That's beautiful. What?
Oh, nothing. Just... I was thinking the very same thing.
That's the realm capital in the distance. The city of Vicent. A word to the wise before we continue. Elda Menancia has produced more sovereigns over the years than any other.
Shion! Guess we should probably follow after her, shouldn't we? Hey, you alright, Law?
Yeah, fine. I was just thinking how Dad would have enjoyed this view. All this green in one place is incredible. Anyway, let's get moving before we start looking tasty to monsters.
Is he going to be okay?
Eventually. That's a wall he'll have to overcome on his own.
So if I remember right, there are 6 elements of astral energy, and darkness is only on Rena, and light can only be found on Dana, right?
Right. I only remember because my parents drilled it all into my head when I was little.
How did we find out about dark astral energy in the first place if it's not on Dana, though?
Beats me. I couldn't tell you how or when we figured out that sort of stuff. I'm sure there's other stuff we've forgotten along the way, too.
Yeah, I bet. And then we forget that knowledge was even forgotten at all, and it's back to square one.
Exactly. That's why we need to take good care of what knowledge and artifacts we still have left.
You really have a thing for old stuff, don't you?
Well, I don't know that I'd call it just a thing. It's also something that helps me feel connected to our world.
Connected?
It's nothing. Forget I even mentioned it. I should have guessed that there'd be no way he'd understand. How could he? Whew!
Okay, ich muss jetzt aber erstmal kurz gucken. Hootle hat ja hier irgendwo reagiert. Aber wo? Nein, okay. Nicht so weit gelaufen. Vielleicht kommt's erst noch.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Gut, hole ich mir mal hier hinten.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Eat this. Feel. Come and get it. Sonic Thrust. I'll reload.
Come and face me!
Cool.
Transform!
Up and at 'em.
Flying Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer.
Struck! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Dragon Swarm!
Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Do it.
Eagle Side!
Like we're gonna lose to Small Fry.
Okay.
What's wrong? Huh? Yes!
Ja, machen wir das halt. ...21 ist schon ziemlich viel. Fünf Eier. Gott. Jetzt muss ich aufpassen, weil... dass ich nicht alle meine HP aufbrauche.
Hey!
Just great.
That can't be.
Nice.
Very well.
...700... Ja, warte mal. So. Ja, dann mache ich das. Dann habe ich hier den Stat-Bonus. Dann kann ich das eigentlich auch machen. Dann habe ich nämlich den Stat-Bonus hier auch. Und dann kann ich theoretisch noch das machen. Okay. Ja. Okay.
Maybe we should have left them alone.
Thanks, Shion.
Why are you thanking me? Should this really be here?
Gut, hier haben wir zumindest
I
einen
hate
Lauf.
camping out.
Können wir zumindest ausruhen.
Why do you keep staring at me, Shion?
Just, what is that wolf on your shoulder?
Oh, this thing? I love it! I got it off a street vendor for just 10 gold.
I don't know if that's something to brag about.
Hey, 10 gold's a bargain if you ask me.
Because it wouldn't sell otherwise. It serves no practical purpose. Honestly, I'm surprised you paid 10 whole gold for it.
Shut up!
But the detail is so lifelike. I think you made a good choice, Law.
Really?
I have no idea why you wear it over your shoulder, though.
I think it looks pretty cool.
10 Gold, naja, ich glaube, wir haben ungefähr jetzt 13.000.
88! 89! Oh, shoot!
What the? Is the enemy attacking?
Sorry about that. You're not hurt, are you?
Law? What on Dana are you doing?
What am I doing? Training, obviously. I found these nice and heavy rocks that I decided to strap onto my arms, but I guess I didn't tie them down good enough because they went flying.
So you were doing improvised weight training. You and your crazy ideas.
I can't help it. If I'm not training, it's easy for me to get anxious.
Well, that's fair. Actually, I remember seeing you practicing your forms for some time when we were camping the other day.
Yep. No amount of muscle will do you any good if you don't stay on top of your fighting forms. It always feels good when I know I'm still sharp.
Sounds to me like you have too much pent-up energy.
Don't train so hard that you wind up hurting yourself, Law. I promise you, you're already perfectly strong as it is.
No, I'm not. You never know what we'll run into out there. You can never go into a fight too prepared. And that's the truth. Besides, I won't rest until I know that I'm stronger than you, Alphen.
Oh, I see how it is. Well, I don't plan on letting you beat me. Maybe I'll add some weights to my sword and practice swinging it. That should help out.
Alphen, are you crazy?
You're right. This does make for decent training. Good call with the extra weight, Law.
Right? Now you get it?
Since we've already come this far, what do you say we have a little one-on-one with our rocks strapped on?
Hell yeah! I'm down for that! Just give me a sec and I'll be all ready to roll. Okay, I'm all set. Let's do this! Take this!
I'm just getting started.
Ah! Our camp is completely wrecked!
Go. You two are cleaning it up.
Yes,
Shion. Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Huro, come here, sweetie. Woo! Good boy.
What are you doing?
It's flying practice. Huro doesn't really like to leave my side, but if I don't make him spread those wings every now and then, they'll start to weaken. It's important he practices. Also, I'm pretty sure he put on some extra weight. Ooh.
Probably because everyone keeps sneaking him snacks when you're not looking.
I knew it! I thought there was something fishy going on. Oh, it's really not good for birds to be overweight, you know?
Oh, really? I'm sorry,
Das
Rinwell.
tut, glaube ich,
You were being
niemandem
good
gut.
too? You haven't been giving him anything he can't eat, have you?
I'm pretty sure everything I've given him has been okay. Just to be sure, though, why don't you tell me what he can't eat?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Is something the matter?
No, not at all. It's just, for a really long time, Hoodle was the only friend I had. So on the one hand, it makes me really happy to see everyone be so accepting. But on the other, it's a bit of an adjustment sharing him, you know?
Every one of us can see that he's like family to you. I can promise no one's trying to ignore your feelings or anything.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I'll talk to the others about it later. Hoodle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.
Schützen die da hinten was? Eine Ader. Kupferstücke. Ah, und hier ist wieder ein Angelplatz.
Ho, ho, ho!
Ah.
Ho, 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 ho! Ho, ho, ho!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Weil ich kann doch bestimmt... Kann ich irgendwie... Das ist Lodia. Ah, ich kann so in den Eulenwald. Macht Sinn. Tatsächlich.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Damn, ich habe noch ein paar übersehen. Na ja. Dann schauen wir mal, was er uns jetzt gibt. Wo kann ich... Ah, unter Outfits, glaube ich, konnte ich es ausrüsten. Okay. Vielleicht... Nee, kann ich... Cool. Das gefällt mir besser, um ehrlich zu sein. Jo, okay.
Finally made it.
Können wir weitergehen?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh.
You okay? You made a weird sound.
Sorry. I was just thinking how amazing this view is.
What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen mountains and fields before?
Actually, now that I think about it, it's not every day we get to enjoy views like this.
You too?
Yeah. Calaglia has rocky landscapes, but the terrain here is completely different. Like, You see that mountain over there? Doesn't it look like a big wave that somebody turned into stone?
Right? And those ones look like the horns or claws of some giant monster. I'm surprised they managed to stay up.
Yeah. Just be thankful we don't have to pass under them.
Actually,
They won't come tumbling down that easily.
You sure about that?
Menancia harvests earth energy, which explains why the topography is so varied here. It's also why those rocks are bound to be sturdy.
So all that astral energy is also what makes this realm look so lush then. Does astral energy really have that much of an impact on the land?
Yeah. Is that why even that mountain looks the way that it does?
The stronger the energy is, the greater impact it has on lots of things. So yes, like a great big fire.
but these imbalances are too pronounced to be nature's work. It's not how Dana would otherwise naturally look.
If it's not natural, then you mean all of this is the Renans doing?
When you put it like that, even something as nice looking as this starts to feel wrong.
Just great.
I guess... Yeah!
Great!
Was? Dafür sammelst du abhängig von deinen Kampfpunkten einen Bonus. Mäh.
This one's
Oh.
tough, but we have no choice.
Oh!
Let me know if you need healing.
Here I come! Megasonic thrust!
You gotta just recover, okay? Gale Force! Graviton!
Dragon Death!
Nee.
Sonic thrust!
Pierce evil!
You're mine!
In the wind!
You're done!
Get on by there with the arrow!
You're mine! Dragon swarm! Sonic thrust! First strike!
Haben die den anderen schon?
Here I come!
Oh.
You picked the wrong fight!
Naja, gut. War jetzt nicht nötig, aber... Och nö.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Eat this!
Don't mind if I do!
Dragon swarm!
It's a jewel of the arc!
You're mine! Dragon swarm! I'm on it! Pick up flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Pierce! Pierce through!
Mega Ray!
Eat this! You're done! We did it!
Ja, ja. Schau mir später an.
I can feel my power growing!
Muss mal gucken, weil hier ist halt ein bisschen größer. Kann ja nicht genau sagen, wo die Eule sein könnte.
Hey, would you look at that? Green as far as the eye can see. I think even the Zoogles look a little fuller than they usually do.
They're still Zoogles, just on a fuller stomach. Don't forget, this is enemy territory we're in.
Schauen wir mal hier hin.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Weil ich hier glaube ich... Nee, warte mal, ich glaube ich laufe einfach gerade nur sinnlos rum. Ich muss wohl hier hin.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
mehr.
This is what we were asked to get, wasn't it? This might go well in that new recipe.
Can't wait
So,
to see what you make.
You're the one making it.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Wo? Ich sehe tatsächlich nichts. Ah. Ah.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Gott, schon wieder.
I see a village over there.
The people working in it look Danon.
Look at these fields and all this livestock. Am I crazy for thinking these people seem to have it pretty easy?
What the hell is going on here?
Okay. Aber schaut echt schön hier aus, muss ich schon sagen. Wird mir gefallen. Schau mal, was die Geschichte von dem Ort ist. Und inwieweit es hier einfach Fakt ist. Oder ist es hier einfach friedlich? Gut, aber dann müssten wir halt theoretisch den Lord nicht mal stürzen. Aber hier sieht es echt friedlich aus.
Look, Renan soldiers.
Do the Renans control this city? I've never seen so many of them in one place before.
No. Look at the cores on them. These people are all Danons. They're slaves.
If they are, they're awfully well dressed.
And they're smiling too. Something weird's going on here.
Forgive the intrusion, but if I'm not mistaken, you're newcomers to Elda Menancia, yes? Please, you have no reason to be alarmed. My name is Drashin. I work at the Department for Welfare.
Department for Welfare?
We work to support the day-to-day living of all citizens. Welcoming newcomers to the realm is a part of our job, albeit one we rarely have the pleasure to perform.
Let me guess. We get a free pair of shackles as a welcome gift.
Perish the thought! Your trepidation is perfectly understandable, but I assure you, our way is quite different. In the past, this realm was no different from any other, and run by a rather merciless ruler. But all of that changed once His Excellency, Lord Dohalim, assumed power 7 years ago.
Dohalim.
Under him, for the first time in our lives, we Danons were treated with the respect we deserve. Lord Dohalim is adored by Danons throughout the realm, and we serve him with gladness.
Am I hearing you right? The Danons here willingly serve a Renan lord?
Please, see for yourself. You're free to go anywhere you like. Just ask if you should need anything.
What is it? Spit it out.
It's just, we came here to free everyone.
Uh-huh.
But the Danons of this realm are all happy to serve Dohalim. Are there any walls that even need tearing down?
Who cares? That just makes our path to Dohalim that much clearer.
I guess, but...
Still, Drashin said we should check things out for ourselves. Maybe we should look around a bit, see what we learn.
Everyone is all smiles.
I've never seen a city so lively before.
Everyone walking the streets looks so calm and happy. I guess it really is true they don't treat Danons as slaves here.
Did they actually somehow achieve equality here? And if they did, why? To what end?
Something here doesn't feel right, even though they sure want to act like it does.
What is going through that Lord Dohalim's mind, I wonder?
Ist es vielleicht irgendwie Mind Control? Weiß ich nicht. Ach so, hier kann ich mir bloß Informationen holen. So. Ja, ich höre es irgendwo. Ah, hier.
I guess.
Sure. Sure.
Geht zum Übungsgelände, will ich aber ehrlich gesagt nicht. Was ist das für ein Stern da hinten eigentlich? Bin ich ja doch erst gerade gekommen. Ja. Keine Ahnung. Vielleicht ist es Mind Control, vielleicht sind die Leute hier aber auch wirklich einfach so glücklich. Aber wahrscheinlich kommt irgendwo der große
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
Ding, der große Plot-Twist. Und genau. Was ist das hier eigentlich für eine Markierung? Achso, achso, das ist die Quest, also der Quest-Radius. Der sieht nicht ganz so glücklich aus.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
I still can't believe I'm seeing Danins and Renans getting along.
You never know. It could all be an act on orders from the Renans.
To what end? It would be an incredible amount of effort just to fool us.
Let's check out more of the city. There's probably places we haven't seen yet.
Es würde halt wirklich keinen Sinn machen, einfach hier diesen Akt aufzuziehen. Tja, no. Das war verschlossen. Oh. Okay. Dann gehen wir halt... Gut, ich könnte jetzt theoretisch in die Arena gehen.
So these are the training grounds. The atmosphere here feels different compared to the rest of Vicent.
It's just a nicer name for a place where people go to fight.
So, it's still a good way for us to test our strength. Stop sweating the small stuff.
Ich meine, ich persönlich finde die Idee jetzt nicht so schlecht. Wenn das alles freiwillig ist, können die Leute sich halt hier messen.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So's mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
Hier hinten war ich noch nicht.
Looks like Danans are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
So, do any of you know anything about Lord Dohalim?
I think I remember hearing something back in Sislodan about how he fights using a rod.
A rod?
I don't know the details, but from what I gather, he swings a long rod around and uses it to stab and smack people from afar. I think there's also something he does with, like, trees or grass or something? I forget.
Grass?
Bear in mind that Elda Menancia harvests Earth astral energy. It would be no surprise for him to have some sort of control over plants.
So basically the point is we know nothing about the guy. Wish we weren't going in completely blind.
Ja. Was haben wir denn hier? Pilze. Tja, okay. Gehen wir halt nicht hin. So, keine Ahnung, kommt jetzt der große Plot-Twist.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself. I'll let the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Warum touchst du die Steine? Sind's Steine? Ich weiß es nicht. Irgendwelche Belüftung. Gut, vielleicht verwendet er wirklich irgendwie Mind Control, um sie effizienter arbeiten zu lassen.
I need something to eat.
Leute, die ihre Arbeit machen wollen, machen ihre Arbeit, glaube ich, besser, aber ja, gut, vielleicht ist das der Grund.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems like the soldiers are there to actually protect them rather than keep an eye on them.
I don't get it. How can it be like this?
Tja, vielleicht gibt es tatsächlich einen rheinischen Lord, der die Däner nicht unterdrücken will. Was natürlich jetzt zu Konflikt führen wird. Oh no.
I presume you're Alphen, of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Eldomenencia Guard.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Danon.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Eldomenencia has Danons protecting him?
In this country, Danon guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone who enlists does so of their own free will.
She sounds like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember 7 years ago?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person? And for my part, there is no greater honor than being chosen to serve His Excellency, Lord Dohalim. I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest. He wishes an audience with you.
With us?
Indeed. He awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Danon laborers.
Nothing else?
There's a Danon medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
That was odd. Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
Still, they already know we're here. Not like we can start being stealthy now. We might as well listen to what he has to say.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
That's no reason to back out now.
Law's right. I get your concern, but we should buckle down.
That Kisara woman. She sounded pretty smug about serving Dohalim, didn't she?
She still has a Renan for a boss. How is that any different from being a slave?
Renan society is a meritocracy. To us, it's seen as natural that those who sit at the top rule over the rest.
It's the same old wall as the rest of Dana at the end of the day, just with a different coat of paint.
I guess it can change people's attitudes if they can at least serve someone they respect.
But they're still being deceived. It's obvious that's what's happening.
On the one hand, her loyalty really did seem to be genuine. But on the other hand, Laglia had its fair share of Danons who just accepted Renan rule because it was all they'd ever known. With that in mind, it can be hard to tell if her loyalty truly came about on its own, or if it's just the result of years of subjugation.
Who knows? It might clear some things up if we hear what Dohalim has to say.
Yeah, you're right. Let's make our way to the palace.
Ich traue den nicht so ganz. Ich traue ihn nicht. Aber gut, ich gehe jetzt noch schnell zum Palast, hören wir das an.
I don't sense any more enemies.
Da waren keine
I just
drin.
don't get it. The Danons have endured years of suffering. How could they just turn around and trust the Renans all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. But I guess they must have a pretty good reason, right?
Like what? What could erase 300 years of pain and suffering?
Maybe it's precisely because they suffered for so long that they see Dohalim as something of a savior.
Hey, whose side are you on here, Alphen?
Relax, Rinwell. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't jump to assumptions about these people until we know more about the situation.
I just don't get it.
Genau. Ich höre mir noch schnell an, was er zu sagen hat, und dann werde ich den Stream heute beenden.
I guess that towering structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous to go inside?
It's not a question of danger. We're going inside regardless.
Pretty fancy place they got here.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
Your guests, my lord.
Thank you, Kisara. You're the wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword... I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Fair enough. Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik?
Yes, my lord.
Please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the Lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Hey, you do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But maybe not.
It pains me to see that Renan cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people. The fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Renan-Danan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renans and the Danans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menencia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Stop this! Please, it's over! Stop!
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
It is not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But Sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Dahnans, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim? Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menancia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is. How many rooms do you think it's got?
Don't you think you're being a little too relaxed? They could strike at any moment.
If they were going to attack us, they would have done it already.
So you're the blazing sword of Calaglia now, huh? Come to think of it, I remember Ganabelt calling you that too.
Yeah, you're getting to be pretty famous among the lords.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing either.
What do you mean? That's something you should be proud of, if anything, Alphen. They're scared of you, man. You're a real badass.
It's not as simple as that, Law. The more well-known he is, the more people might come after him.
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
It isn't?
When people call me that, it feels like there's something hanging over me that shouldn't be there. It's hard to put into words, but it's something that doesn't feel like a part of me. Something I can't let be a part of me. Or else.
Well, I still think it's pretty amazing, but that's just me.
Gut. Dann, wie gesagt, höre ich jetzt auf. Und schau, dass ich morgen weitermache. Also, ciao.